Yeah.
But here at Manchester United,
yes,
Altay Bayindir, he starts. The manager has confirmed it. Everyone was talking about Sonny Lomans. What's going to happen? Get the new keeper in straight away. We're finally happy to see the back of Onana. I don't care if I've never seen this kid play or I've never heard of him. Throw him in. It can't be worse than Bayindir at corners. And actually, you know what? Our manager said that our new keeper, he's not starting, mate. He's not starting. But he is here to think of the present. He did say that, he can, be our keeper for many years. And, he's also one for the future. But he is here for now at the same time. And they will compete for the position. How do we feel, people? What are we saying?
James, how are you feeling about it? You surprised?
It seems all right. No, it seems all right. I get it. I understand it. When you have obviously the simple Ruben Amorim rates what happens in training a lot. He's made that pretty clear on a few occasions that what he sees in training is kind of where he makes his decisions on the teams and all that. And what he'll have seen in training is like nothing. 2 days maybe of Sonny Lomans with the team. And you have to think a keeper can go right in. A keeper can get in there. A keeper isn't maybe a simpler position tactically, but at the same time, there are a lot of things they've got to learn with the team. How you organize yourselves on set pieces is just as important as how you act on set pieces. It's like the thing is, you put Lomans in now and he makes a mistake against City. Everybody's going to be going, oh my God, we've done it again. We've got another bad keeper. We've got another guy who's making mistakes, even if it's his first game, even if if he's young. They should have just done it earlier in the summer. So he had time. So he had time in preseason.
Yeah, then he would have been ready. If they did this halfway through,
then you don't have to worry about this. Yeah. It's just too late. It's just too late. So it makes sense, the decision today. It doesn't make sense why we waited until the final day of the transfer window to get a keeper in.
Goalkeeper thing, I think it would have been a way bigger surprise had Lomans started. So there's no real big surprises for me.
Yeah, it's one of those ones, isn't it? We mentioned this on a few shows ago that we had to. We have to be kind of real with ourselves. I know we're not very good at this, but we have to be real with ourselves. Of like everyone, even if you wanted Lomans to start, everyone kind of knew Bayindir's gonna start. And if when the team sheet comes out and you see that he's not started, once you do the outrage, then it becomes that sort of performative one where you're like, well, I knew that he wasn't going to start, but I'm outraged, even though I knew he wasn't going to start. I think we all knew Bayindir's probably going to start. Now, if in 4 or 5 games we're still not seeing anything of Sonny Lomans, that's when you start going, oh, that's a bit weird. Hopefully, moving forward, once Lomans does come in, they won't be. But that really does beg the question then, guys. When do we think Lomans comes in? Because we're now, it's kind of a bit like that Šeško one where we're going, when's the right time to start him? And with a keeper, it's even more difficult because at least with Šeško, you can bring him on mid-match, half-time, 60 minutes. He can build it up that way. With a keeper, you're either playing or you're not, aren't you? So
at this stage,
when is the right time to compete
for the spot?
To do it?
So guess what, guys? Do you know what could happen in terms of competing for the spot? Maybe the competition is that Altay keeps winning the competition. If we go to City and win, he's not going to take him out against Chelsea at home, is he? And upset the rhythm.
Well, as of now, Altay Bayindir, with for Manchester United, is the number 1 goalkeeper. As of now, he is the number 1 goalkeeper. And like you said, look, if we play well against City at the weekend, we win 2-0. He's going to stay. He's going to keep a clean sheet at the Etihad. He's going to carry on.
If we beat Chelsea, he stays again.
Can we be happy because we've won games?
And that's what I'm saying. It's not who's going to be going like, I tell you what, we've just fucking won back-to-back games for the first time in the well, actually, we might do that if we beat City. But we've won 3 games on the bounce for the first time in ever. Frank's so close to getting a haircut, but where the hell is Sonny Lomans? Why is he not fucking starting? No one's going to do that. No one's going to do that. So I think the real thing is long term. And I'll be honest with you guys. The fact that he's young, and I keep talking about it on a personal, because maybe there are the football scholars who have heard of Sonny Lomans as the next Belgian keeper up after Courtois, etc., etc. I've never heard of him in my life, so I don't have this thing of like, he better hurry up. And why is he not? If as long as Bayindir is not doing mad stuff, you know what I mean, like conceding every single game, every single corner from the same thing, like. then obviously I do want to have a look at him. I want this guy to obviously, because Bayindir long term is not good enough. But I don't mind letting the long term pan out to be the long term. Like this is
isn't it?
This is here and now.
You know what is weird about it though is that we all know that Sede Lomans is going to be the Manchester United #1 at some point.
Yeah,
but we have to do this kind of weird journey to get there, don't we? Of
but I don't mind that.
There has to be this period of time where he earns it. You know what I mean? Or Bayindir, falls back. So in this sort of weird, we're in this kind of he's not actually Bayindir's not Manchester United #1. I retract that sentence. He's the interim #1 right now.
Yeah,
that's what it kind of feels like.
He's the interim
he's the interim #1 because it's not permanent. It doesn't feel like it's permanent. He might do an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and make it permanent. He might have a really good run of games where we go, tell you what, we brought in Lomans, but you're gonna struggle to
give it Bayindir.
That's what it's gonna be. I remember it was I think it was Spurs. They bought Hugo Lloris from Lyon. And they were, he's going to be a new goalkeeper. But they had Brad Friedel at the time. He's like 39, right? But he was doing really well in goal. So he had this problem of you can't drop a good player. How do you drop someone that's playing well, right? And if you do, it puts immediate more pressure on Lomans straight away, doesn't it? Can't drop Bayindir. He's doing really well, isn't he? So,
and the manager told us, even though we say it could be lies in that, he does actually weirdly believe in Altay. Clearly over Onana. Otherwise, he would be gone. And he's been very almost like when I say we, but the media suggested on behalf of us that he should take Bayindir out and play someone else like Tom Heaton. You saw how mad it was. The death stare. We've never seen the death stare. He was like, "You fucking crazy." I'm like, you know what now? I'm telling you that Altay's my fucking guy. That's basically what
he was defending him conceding straight from a corner against Spurs last year in the Carabao, wasn't he? They did concede straight from a corner last year. He went with no VAR.
So that tells us really where the manager's at with Altay, and actually in terms of the respect of him biding his time, waiting to play. And now this is the first time he's had an extended run. So he's like, you know what? I'm not just going to sign this kid and disrespect you. You're going to get an extended run. I will phase this kid in. I'm letting you know the plan is to make this guy #1. But people, I'm being deadly honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Sede Lomans hasn't played by the time the next international break comes.
How many games is there? It's not that many games, is it, really?
Yeah, so
you get 4 games. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah,
that's probably fair. I mean, again, because it's difficult. It's different with a goalkeeper, like I keep saying, because you don't ease a goalkeeper in, do you? He's either playing or he's not playing. You don't get a half-time sub.
You don't get a nice little 30 minutes here and there.
No, exactly. That's why I used to hate it. Even myself when I was playing. Sometimes you play for a team and they've got 2 keepers and they'll go, we'll switch to keepers at half-time. I used to throw such a hissy fit over that. I'd be like, that's the biggest bunch of bullshit. Switching goalkeepers at half-time or whatever. You either like one or you don't. You know what I mean? So same with the keeper. So it's like...
Well, the devil's advocate is playing exactly that. He says, thing is, you're saying this now. If Bayindir drops a clanger on Sunday, I don't want to hear any of you lot complaining and getting in your feelings. But if he drops a clanger on Sunday,
actually,
guess what?
I'll push back to that and defend those people that have been saying to start him, because if those people that have been saying all the way through this week that they wanted Lomans to start and Bayindir just drop a clanger, they're well within their rights to be in their feelings, aren't they? But there's a difference between. There's a difference between what you would do and what Amorim would do. If you were the coach, like a lot of people, if they were the coach, they'd be like, yeah, I've put Lomans in straight away now. But as I said, there's been an expectation for the last 2 weeks of Bayindir's probably going to start, But those people that have been saying, oh, Lomans or what have you, should start. If he drops a clanger, and all of us here, if Bayindir drops a clanger, we're not allowed to complain.